Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk about my love of photography. I don't talk about it very much because I normally talk about just things with life in general, but I am a photographer. At first, I thought, oh, I'm kind of a hobbyist and I really like doing it, but then a friend of mine who is an actual paid professional photographer said, You are a photographer. It's just the way it is. You have an eye. And I said, okay, I guess that's what we'll say. So, anyways, over the past 16 years, I have taken over 2 million photos. I love it. Started out with a Sony Cybershot DSC H20, a point and shoot. Loved it. I could sit in front of a flower for an hour to get a picture of a bumblebee just at the right angle. And so that's when you kind of know you have a passion for something. If you don't mind sitting for an hour and you can't wait to see the results of your photos. So, anyways, over time, I have upgraded to a DSLR. It's a I have a mirrorless at this time, but anyways, upgraded. I went from the Sony Cybershot to a Nikon Coolpix P500, and then I went and a friend of mine gifted me a Nikon something or other with a detachable lens, and then I went and got a Canon, just a Canon Rebel, added lenses over time, and then now when I stop at the side of the road, I stop and I shoot with this. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so anyways, the lens, it's a pretty big lens, but this is 16 years in the making. I'm currently shooting with a Canon EOS. I have an R6. They have an R6. It's called the Mark II. It's the second version of this camera. It's a mirrorless, but this lens took me 15 years to get. It was selling a lens, trading, upgrading, etc. So I traded lenses. I have gone in that direction, and that's just the way it is. But I just want to say that it takes time. I know a lot of people want to get into a hobby and say, I love to golf. I'm going to get a golf set and $1,500 on a golf set, and then they don't go golfing. So when it comes to photography, start small. See if you even enjoy it, if you have the patience and such for it, but mostly just if it's in your heart. I think all developed desires, they take time. It's taken me 15 years to get certain shots. A lot of the times I carry my gear with me. If I see, let's just say I see a interesting bird on the side of the road or a deer or something unique, I will carefully look at my surroundings. I will turn around when it's safe. I will pull over to the side of the road. I will sometimes use my flashers if I think that's important. And that's what I do. And then I sit there and I get the shot. I'll sit there for however long it takes. Sometimes it's a minute if the bird flies away or etc. Or I'll sit there for a while if it's free and clear. So anyways, that's what I do. That's how I get my shots. You can find good used equipment on eBay, on Marketplace, used camera stores, and then just eventually trade up. You don't need a big expensive camera. Better to start small, learn photography, look at YouTube videos, because to set up a camera like this takes me about an hour of watching a YouTube video just to get proper settings, and then to get settings to shoot lightning or any kind of wildlife or flowers or people. I watch videos and that's how I learn, and I'm no expert. I don't use a lot of the settings on my camera, but it does what I need it to do. And I was fortunate enough to have traded enough or saved enough to get a new lens. So that's all there is to it. You need a small lens. Normally people use a 50 millimeter just to get photos of people or close-ups. A good macro lens is always good. I think I have a 100 millimeter EF Canon macro lens, and I use the adapter to put it on this R camera. Just take your time and just start shooting. See if you even like photography, because you might get an expensive camera for $5,000 and realize it's not my cup of tea. You thought it was going to be really cool, and then all of a sudden you are not interested anymore. So take your time. You don't need this. You just need to see if you even like it. If you like taking pictures with your cell phone, like fine detail pictures, chances are photography might be your thing. So who knows? It's your thing. If you have the money, go ahead and buy it, but chances are you'll sell it for less than half of what you paid. And if you have that kind of money and you don't care, well, there you go. That's all I've got, and I'll be back.